All right. Hi, day 3. We are reading what book?
To Kill a Mockingbird.
By who?
I forgot the author. What's the author's name? Harper Lee.
Harper Lee. So we're just going to review for those who are just joining us, and then just recapping for those who have been joining us on our little Mockingbird Project, okay? All right. So, where does the book take place?
Where does it take place? In Alabama?
In Alabama. Who are the main characters we've talked about already?
Dill, me.
No.
No, not like me, literally me, but the character himself.
Right. So there's an unidentified, the book is written in, is it third person?
First person view.
First person view. That's what we have kids for. They remember that stuff.
Good
First
name.
person view. And so we don't know this character's name yet. So we have Dill, the first person character, and who else?
Jem.
Are any of those people related?
Jem and the main character are related.
How are they related?
They're brothers.
Well, you don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but you know they're related.
Yes.
Okay. And then we have Dill. Are they related to Dill at all?
No.
No. They're not. Where'd Dill come from?
Dill came from Mississippi.
Mississippi. And he's living with who? You remember?
Was just like his aunt or... Yeah.
Is he living with Miss DeBose or Miss Haverford?
Some Miss. I don't want to.
I think it's Miss Haverford here.
Yeah, head Miss.
Because they found him in Miss Haverford's colored patch.
So yeah.
Right. So at the beginning of the book, they give you kind of a little overview of kind of the times. The main character and Jem are related to who? What's their father do?
Isn't he like a law attorney for criminal?
He's an attorney in Macomb County, Alabama.
Right.
And his name is?
Atticus.
Atticus what?
Finch. Atticus Finch.
Atticus Finch. Okay. So, what happened yesterday was Jim and the main character find Dill in, I guess it's like the backyard of Miss Haverford. And they play all summer and hang out and whatnot. And then they end up being bored. And there's this house called the Radley Place. And someone lives in the house. What's his name?
Boo Radley?
Boo Radley. And no one actually knows what he looks like. At least the kids don't know what he looks like. And Dill has the great idea to do what?
To wake up Boo Radley.
Wake him up?
Well, meet him?
Have him do what?
Come out.
They want him to come out.
Come out.
So, I read yesterday. What we're going to do is split the time today. So, Jamil's going to read the first half, and I'm going to read the next half, okay?
Enjoy.
Here we go.
Thank you. And we were at...
Starting there.
Okay.
Yes. Well, read that paragraph, and then go to the next one so everyone understands. Make sure you're in the camera. Okay. Woo!
Okay, let's go.
Make sure you read loud enough.
But by the end of August, our repertoire was vapid from countless reproductions, and it was then that Dill gave us the idea of making Boo Radley come out. The Radley place fascinated Dill in spite of our warnings and explanations. It drew him as the moon draws water, but drew him no nearer than the light pole on the corner, a safe distance from the Radley gate. There he would stand, his arm around his fat pole, staring and wondering. The Radley place jutted around a sharp curve beyond our house.
Jutted where?
Into a sharp curve behind beyond our house. Walking south, one faced its porch. The sidewalk turned and ran beside the lot. The house was low, was once white with a deep front porch and green shutters, but had long ago darkened to the color of slate gray yard around it. Rain-rotted shingles drooped over the e- eaves
Where is it?
over the eaves
Yes.
of the veranda. Oak trees kept the sun away. The remains of a picket drunkenly guarded the front yard. A swept yard was never swept, where Johnson grass and rabbit tobacco grew in abundance. Inside the house lived a malevolent phantom. People
A malevolent.
malevolent.
Uh-oh. I did it again.
Oh,
No, I didn't. It's still going. I'm trying to move that thing out of the way.
so
I wanted the light to stay on. Okay, go ahead.
oh, okay.
A malevolent.
Malevolent phantom. People said he existed, but Jim and I had never seen him. People said he went out at night when the moon was down and peeped into windows. And people's, what does that say?
Azaleas. You know what azaleas are?
No,
They're flowers.
flowers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Azaleas froze and the cold snapped. It was because he had breathed on them.
Oh, my.
Okay. Any stealthy small crimes committed in Maycomb were his work. Once the town was terrorized by a series of morbid nocturnal events. People's chickens and household pets were found mutilized. What does that mean?
Look at that word.
Mutilated.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
That means that they were all cut up. Killed, dead. Mutilated.
Although the culprit was crazy, Addie, who eventually drowned himself in Baker's. Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
People still looked at the Bradley place, unwilling to discard their initial suspicions. A Negro would not pass the Radley place at night. He would cut across the sidewalk opposite and whistle as he walked.
Hold on for 1 second. Do you know what a Negro is?
Yes,
What's a Negro?
black people.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure you knew. Okay.
Okay.
Keep moving.
The Maycomb School grounds adjoined the back of the Radley lot. From the Radley chicken yard, tall pecan trees shook their fruit into the schoolyard, but the nuts lay untouched by the children. Radley pecans would kill you. A baseball hit into Radley yard was a lost ball, no questions asked. The misery of the house began for many years before Jim and I were born. The Radleys, welcome anywhere in town, kept to themselves a,
Predilection.
unforgivable in Maycomb. They did not go to church. Maycomb's principal recreation, but worshipped at home. Miss Radley seldom.
Oh, hold on. So what does MRS period stand for?
I have no idea where
You
Mrs.
just right.
Mrs. Radley seldom, if ever, crossed the street for a mid-morning coffee break with her neighbors, and certainly never joined a missionary circle. Mr. Radley walked to town at 11:30 every morning and came back promptly at 12, sometimes carrying a brown paper bag that the neighborhood assumed containing the family groceries. I never knew how old Mr. Radley made his living. Jem said he bought cotton, a polite term for doing nothing, but Mr. Radley and his wife had lived there with their 2 sons as long as anybody could remember. The shutters and doors of the Radley house were closed on Sundays. Another thing alien to the Maycomb ways. closed doors mean illness and cold weather only. Of all Sunday, of all days, Sunday was the day for formal afternoon visiting. Ladies wore corsets, men wore coats, children wore shoes, but to climb the Radley front steps and call "Hey" of a Sunday afternoon was something their neighbors never did. The Radley house had no screen doors. I once asked Atticus if it ever had any. Atticus said yes, but before I was born. According to the neighborhood legend, when the younger Radley boy was in his teens, he became acquainted with some of the Cunninghams from Old Sarum, an enormous and confusing tribe domiciled.
Good job. Domicile. What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Domicile is the word. Domicile, the root word domicile means like house. So the rest of the sentence reads what?
I just
Confusing tribe.
domiciled.
Continue.
Lived, probably,
Keep reading.
in the northern part of the county, and they formed the nearest thing to a gang ever seen in